Oh, yay! It's how long has it been? It's been like 2 months.
2 days at least.
At least a day, maybe a day and a half. It's been a bit. How is everybody?
Tired.
Yeah, I think that's called being an adult.
Yes. I think that's society.
Yeah, it's capitalism.
And I am feeling an adult. That's how I'm feeling. Adult.
Capitalism's prime product is exhaustion. It's great. So, welcome back. To episode 10, which weirdly is actually like session 13, but nobody needs to know that, despite me saying that right now. But before we actually get going, I thought it might be a good idea. First, I was. Do we need a recap? The TLDR is that you went searching for some treasure. At
Wolfman got a crazy fever.
As you do.
Yeah. At a nearby like old fort. And then discovered that it was being used as a campsite for, half a dozen Rust Brothers.
I think it was ended up 7 sorcerers and 2 armored dudes.
It was 5 sorcerers and 2 of the Iron Guard.
But one of the sorcerers dudes died, and now the rest are getting ready to chase people down on horseback.
Yes.
One was injured really bad too. We fucked some up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You messed them up. But one of them ignited poor Tornald's blood on fire.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I died.
And everybody else ran away, and that's where we left off, with everybody having literally just run away. So the questions that I wanted to ask, because technically Tornald has what, a D6 hours from the time that he took that critical injury.
I think what was discussed was outmanned and outgunned. No frickin' way you're gonna go back and get Tornald.
Which is totally fair. I did not, I wanted to leave it up to y'all to decide how you wanted to handle this. And
only they're dying.
And number 2, I guess once we actually start, because there's a tricky thing in Forbidden Lands, right? Because when we look at the big map, we see the hex and we're like, oh, the hex is a unit, and that's kind of where we are. But if you zoom in, you're talking about 6 miles across. It's a 10-kilometer hex, right? So there is more space to actually exist in than is obvious on the map. And so I guess I was curious about I think if your group fled and then regrouped somewhere, because you have a head start, and because the Rust Brothers, when they had come out of the fort, a couple of them are still injured, right? I know you arrowed one guy through the ankle, if I remember correctly.
I think so. I think one got one through the ankle.
One got one through the ankle. One got shot in the head. One got one in the gut, I think.
And then somebody crashed his horse, right?
Yeah, that was, and yeah, somebody rolled their horse, and that horse is done. So you have a head start at this moment, assuming that you're leaving Tornald for dead. And there's enough space that you can kind of get a little bit of a breather before you have to actually deal with them. but it's not a long time, right? Like they are going to get on their horses and come after the people that, assaulted them. That's how they're going to remember it, of course, right?
They're technically not wrong.
They're technically not incorrect. You did assault them. They are weird.
If that guy didn't roll amazing on his armor rolls, we would have had those two guys down lickety split.
Oh, we could have easily turned the tide then.
Yeah. So that was the first thing. The second thing, and this is actually a rules question. And I didn't want to I didn't want to make a arbitrary decision without consultation. So the rules for using willpower as the GM are a little wishy-washy, right? Like if you look in the book, it basically says, yeah, like your NPCs, like give them like a willpower or two. It actually doesn't even say that. It's like use their abilities. Don't be a dick about it. Is kind of how it goes. There's an older rule that is more objective, where I get a pool of willpower based on how much collective willpower the party has, right? And I just get to use that as the GM for like all the NPCs, if that makes sense, right? And I didn't know if you had a preference for how we handled that. It's an older rule, and it's out, like it's from the first printing of the book, and it's something that they changed. But I don't actually know which way I prefer.
Well, on one hand, I know you'd never do anything to be a dick about it, but on the other hand, I know you also like cruel stories, like for fun, like not to be a dick, but you're just like you like that
cruelty for fun.
Yeah, I mean, I did ignite Freddy's character, like,
and then you almost ignited somebody else's blood too.
I tried really hard.
You remember that one time I had a dog with me, that wolf friend that I had? Yeah, Sean killed that. I
don't remember any dog. I mean, we at least had a body if it had died or something.
Yeah. That happened not too long ago. And I know it feels like a while ago, man. I don't mean to interrupt. I don't mean it feels like but to me it still feels like, I don't know, like it was yesterday.
Fresh wounds. All wounds in Forbidden Lands are fresh.
I mean, it probably was like a week ago in game time.
Right?
So
we've lost 2 wolves. I'm really upset at this point.
The other side is there's a limited number of willpower. I'm guessing as you as the GM, that would be like an open number, so like we'd see as it dropped.
It's well, you would know because it's not so much that you would see it as you dropped, but the way the old rule works is that I just ask, like, how much willpower does each of you have at the start of a session?
You just add that together, and that's how much you have for the session?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't last session when I had 10.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, it resets every session, and
yeah.
I think technically I can earn more by pushing, and I think that's probably why they got rid of the rule, because then it means that, like, if I push with one of the Rust brothers, then I get a willpower point that I get to use for, like, an NPC down the road.
Yeah.
Which gets a little weird, right?
I think my personal view is I think I'd go with the first one, like, trust you not to be a dick about it.
Okay.
And use it when it's appropriate.
Okay. That's the current, like, by the book rule. I just, like, it was a thing that a buddy of mine used, and I was like, I don't remember that rule, and had to look into it, because it's a matter of preference. Cool. Well, so is it the consensus that we're leaving Tornald for dead? That's.
Can you refresh me? Fuck me. Can you tell me if it was what time of day or night it was when we did this amazing attack?
So, yes, I will. I will actually. It is. You had arrived at Wolf House at the beginning of the third quarter of the day. Or no, beginning of the second quarter day. It was about noon when you hit it, right? The like that encounter didn't take that long.
Yeah, I was gonna say stuff went sideways.
Everything went sideways pretty darn quickly. So it's still the second quarter of the day. It is, I believe, the 12th of
Spring rise.
Spring rise. Yes.
One day we will successfully clear an entire adventure site, but that's not today.
Yeah. And I guess that also means that Freddy does in fact have a new character. It's let me make sure that it is observable by everybody.
Damn it.
And I will move Tornald into the
hooray
graveyard.
for new character time.
When we hit the break, I will fix Freddy's character name on the overlay. If I do it right now, it's going to cause all kinds of problems, and I'm just not ready for that. So, I think to kind of set the scene, you've all sort of I can't talk. There's like a set of like grassy hills, like just northeast of the of Wolf House. If you had tried to go west, you'd have run into a lake, because the lake's not super far away, right? And it's just far enough and just high enough that like you can see people milling about and like hear the distant shouts of like these Rust brothers like trying to get people up off the ground after they'd tumbled off their horses and sort of getting reoriented, getting ready to come out. So you don't have that much time, but the group of you have regrouped like up on these hills. What are you going to do?
Can we visually see them like chasing us right now currently?
They're getting ready to, right? Like you've got maybe, I don't know, 5-6 minute head start, but like one of you is on a horse and the other two are on foot. And they are all on horses, right?
Have you guys made other characters too? I just want to get the feel for the.
It's a legitimate question, but
I'm gonna be a wolf next, who's coming to avenge the goblin who got her mate killed. So no.
Damn it.
We need to hide, right? Like we
absolutely we need to hide.
I mean, here's the idea: you guys go, and I'll lead them away because I can at least keep my distance from them, whereas you can't. So I'll go be Nissel and be loud and obnoxious, and then you guys run the other way.
Okay.
I think we should be okay.
Okay. So
Arlen reaches up and grabs your foot for a second and is like, "Don't die."
Nissel untethers the heads from the Rust Brothers and hands them down to you. Just in case. You take care of these two. You take care of them.
They're super gross. I mean, it's not like they're embalmed, right?
I'll just put these here, and I set them on the ground very carefully and
No.
They smell very bad, and there are bugs.
Wipe my hands off on the horse.
I'll expect those when I return, and then I'll take off.
Nice. So it sounds to me like this is going to be kind of a two-pronged thing, like Nissel leading them off, and then the rest of you finding a hiding place.
Pretty much.
I look at Umlaut and say, not only do we want to hide, do we want to circle back, and if there's any like wounded that are still there, take care of them while they're alone? This sounds bloodthirsty, but they're Rust brothers, and they set our friend on fire.
Do we know that they all left?
I don't know. We could hang out and watch, see how many head past us following Nissel. We could like hide and count them.
This feels really unnecessarily risky.
Here's the thing. If they leave the wounded behind and we take care of them, there's less when they come back and they don't have time to heal. I'm really upset that they burned our friend.
So you're saying you're going to murder their injured?
Not me. Us. We're a team. Also,
right.
You're better at killing unarmed people than I am.
No, we'll go, but you do it.
All right. So the plan here is that Nissel leads them off, and the two of you are going to sneak back
on
in.
A suicide mission. Yes.
There's a point where Nissel, if he heard that conversation, would have just rode away and away from everybody.
Listen,
it's pretty convenient that they had it after you had already ridden away.
Yeah. Like, oh, well,
you're the tactician, Umlaut. If you think there's a better idea, we could do that.
Make our way back to Crossing.
I just give up on all the money we could get. We need money for supplies to take what's her name south.
It's hard. Do you think the Wolfman's going to be spending any money?
That's harsh, man. That's harsh.
But fair.
I can still hear you.
You're dead.
I'm actually still alive if you would hurry.
Well, how about, okay, let's at least go back and let's at least go back and get his body.
I see. You're having trouble letting go of the Wolfman.
Yeah.
Death's a part of life, little buddy. Don't be in too much of a hurry to join them.
Well, at least need to bury him or something, or not let them use him for some dark ritual.
If you're in that big of a hurry to join him, you can go. That's a terrible idea. Just a terrible idea. Anyway,
we should hide because they're coming.
Now I'll give you that one.
It's amazing. All right, so actually, because Nissel had taken off, and he's kind of the first line of not defense here, but your actions are kind of dependent on how his actions go, right? Nissel, what's your plan for distracting this pack of Rust brothers? There's only 5 of them now. There's one Iron Guard. Yeah. Actually, there's only 4 that are chasing you because one of them took an arrow to the ankle and is now going to become a guard in like a vaguely Norse village.
And by the time we left, we knew that 1 was dead and 2 were injured, right?
Yeah, you're pretty sure. Like
I know I hit 3, and 1 of them I hit really good.
You know 1 is dead because you put an arrow through his head, right? Like
okay, right.
That one is dead. You gut shot another one, and like he was screaming a lot, right?
Yeah.
Whether and you can't hear him screaming now, so
True.
it's the chances are he didn't make it, but you know, maybe he just like his throat got dry.
These assholes also like, yeah, they also can call shadow wolves up, so I'm sure they can do some creepy magic shit to help themselves.
Yeah.
I think Nissel at this point, riding the horse out, he would be, he would. His plan is to distract by, AKA, like also known as killing as many as possible. So he's gonna
So you're gonna go and engage them, because
he wants to ride in
Oh,
a
Jesus.
in
We're all
a,
going to die.
he wants to ride in a way that he's gonna obviously still come from a different direction. I'm not gonna just go straight on head on them.
right.
But once he can get his bearings on him, he's gonna try to ride at least to a safe enough distance that he can strike once and then prepare to engage. Either that's leading them away, but he's going to be fighting the whole time. The initial idea is get close enough so he can hit one with an arrow, and then just go from there.
You're gonna kite him.
Yeah, kite him.
Okay.
Also, kill as many as possible.
So I have a couple of questions for you. Before we do that, do you have the horseback fighter talent?
Do I have the horseback fighter?
There's a specific talent. I believe it's called horseback fighter.
I have.
Let me double check the name of it.
Yeah, let me double check my character sheet.
Yes, it is in fact horseback fighter. It's an important thing to know.
I have Path of the Companion, which is not that same thing, I don't think.
I ask because rank 1 of horseback fighter is you can fire a short bow or sling from a mount.
Yeah, I have horseback fighter.
Okay. So you actually can do it.
I had to look behind the other screen. Yeah.
Cool. So that is a thing you can do. Otherwise, like,
not only do I have horseback fighter level 1, but I have quick draw and fast shooter level 1, which means I don't have to draw my bow. I draw my bow for free and shoot for free.
Yeah.
So
like you're legitimately badass, like fighting from horseback.
Yeah.
That's
it's
really cool.
Well.
Like the whole idea just goes immediately south if you don't have horseback fighter, because then you look at it and you're like, oh, I can't fire because I have to like control my horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, I'm good. What kind of a rider would I be if I couldn't shoot from my horse?
Well, I mean, you would still be a good
I have to ride
rider.
I just have to get off and hold on, guys. I'm gonna ride to this spot.
Yeah, and then you stop and you get off and fire.
Shoot your bow.
Yeah.
And get back on.
Yeah.
I feel like I made the right choice.
Okay. Cool. So you're gonna go and try and like use hit and run tactics to like plink at him, right?
Yeah, I'm counting on my advantage of as an archer and as a rider to try to seize every moment possible to not only make sure my friends live, but to ensure that I fucking kill as many as I can.
Okay.
Target the squishies first.
I'm okay with staying longer if his object is not to object. What the? His objective is to make sure that they're safe, but also to get as many as he can in the process.
Okay. Cool. So, I suppose then, like, you're gonna be making a ranged marksmanship test?
Yes, I'm gonna be doing
So, and you have a short bow, correct?
I have. Let me double check, make sure. I have a short bow, yeah.
Okay.
Short bow and a short spear.
Cool.
2 things I carry.
So, how close do you plan on getting to them? Like in terms of like range. Arm's length actually would bone you because then they would be in melee with you, right?
Right.
You can try and get near them, which is like getting within your bow's optimal range, or trying to like get at kind of the extreme range of your bow, which I think is short. Like I think the short bow like goes to short range, and past that you actually can't.
I'm not sure what the range is on the
It should say on the weapon.
let's see.
Out past like near range, you'll start taking penalties, but there's like a maximum distance you can be for your weapon to still be effective. It also means that you have to get closer to them to be effective, right?
Right.
And yes, I'm asking these questions so that I'll know what the consequences are if you fail.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what I think short might be the optimal range, but I can't find it on here. But I think I definitely would engage at the most extended range possible, just to ensure I don't get myself in the dumbest position instantly.
Right. Let me look at your.
You want them to nuke your blood?
No, I don't want to get my blood
Okay,
nuked
yeah.
just yet.
The range on a short bow is short range. So
Is in fact short.
so that is the furthest away you can be and still be able to actually use your bow.
Okay.
Like otherwise you're just too far away and the bow won't make it that far. The terrain here is pretty open, right? Like it's all rolling hills and grasslands, at least to the east of the of the fort.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like you don't have to worry about the terrain fucking with you.
Okay.
So yeah, it sounds like make a marksmanship check. Are you trying not to be like noticed?
No, I would like to. The first shot, I'd like to be less noticed, if possible. I mean, he's not. He understands he's on a horse.
Yeah.
But the idea is to have the shot be unknown for at least as long as possible until they look around and they spot where I'm at, to have the shot ring out, and not be noticed until it actually hits.
Okay.
So then they don't have as much time to respond.
So I think rather than like compounding a bunch of, oh shit, I forgot you're cold, aren't you?
Very cold.
What?
Yeah, you have the cold trait or the cold condition from a spell, wasn't it?
Yeah, every turn I have to make some sort of check, endurance, I think, or take some hits to my strength and something else.
Oh shit.
It's real bad times.
It's real bad. So does that change anybody's plans at this point?
Well, so what is cold gonna do to me? Hold on a second. Fuck.
What's that?
What is actually cold affecting? What is the effect that cold has on us?
Cold.
No, just me.
Oh, just you.
I
thought I was cold.
No, I got hit with something.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was cold. I was like, fuck, I gotta change this for sure then. No, okay. Then no, I have to engage, then yeah.
Yeah. Being cold, you immediately take 1 point of damage to both your strength and wits as the cold seeps into your body, which you already would have. You must keep rolling endurance at the same interval and with the same effect.
If you fail,
Yeah. If
you take another take another strength and wits
Yep.
Does it go till he succeeds, or how long does it last for?
until I can warm up by a fire.
Yeah. Yeah, until you can actively mitigate the condition. Yeah.
How often does he have to check?
Until you
Every
get to
turn.
a place.
Like every quarter day, every 6 seconds, every hour? Like how often does he have to roll?
Oh.
Yeah, what's the actual mechanical?
Because if we get you by Tornald, you'll warm up.
I'm just gonna put Tornald's blood all over me.
Let's say an hour. I don't remember exactly which spell it was that did it. I knew it was a spell effect.
Okay, cool.
You know-
Yeah, you just kind of said it. It says the colder it is, the more frequently you need to roll.
Okay. Yeah.
And what's our temperature? How's the day right now? We're in spring.
It's
Midday?
early spring, but like it's a magical, like he was
I've got
frozen by
magical
magic,
cold.
so it's not
right,
like
right. But it's not contributing to it. It's not making
Right.
How long do you have to be by a fire to warm up enough that you don't have to worry about it?
I think it's basically like you have to have enough time to like sit down and warm up. I would say
A
like
few minutes by a fire?
yeah, at least yeah.
Okay, here's the thing then, Umlaut. They have a fire back there.
That is the nearest fire.
That
That
is-
is somewhat compelling.
That is the nearest fire. That is true. Okay. Well, I mean, you can decide how you want to handle that once we've figured out
Yeah.
how things go for Nissel. And I haven't forgotten about you, Freddy. I'm still trying to think about how I want to like bring you in.
It's got to be organic, man.
It-
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm ready.
He-
Organic beans.
He rides around in like a horse-drawn wagon with medical stuff and like wizards in the back of it and shit, right?
Look at this. Just
I've heard of
happens
that
to be like
before.
a mobile hospital. Yeah.
I mean, that's been the thing, right? That's
I am
Okay.
Dr. Beans.
Dr. Beans. Okay. So since you're trying Nissel to sort of attack from not exactly ambush, but like kind of try and get the drop on him first.
Yeah.
But you're also trying to stay at range. I'm gonna say like go ahead and make a marksmanship at a -2. We're not gonna get granular about like damage or anything. It's really about like, can you get their attention and keep their attention on you, like and kite them. Failure will mean other things, I think.
yeah. Is that if I did it more? If I closed my distance or made it more aggressive?
Yeah,
would the
I mean, if
modifier be
you want
less?
to move to near range from short range, you can do it. You would still be at a -1 because I'm using that as like there's no in Burning Wheel. We could use something called a fork where one of your skills can help another one of your skills, but that's
Right.
not a thing in this game. So I'm kind of using it to the penalty to represent like you trying to get into a position where they don't immediately see you, right?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. I mean, near range seems like how 5? There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them. Yep. There's the Iron Guard, and three Rust Brothers proper in there.
And those guys are the wizardy guys, right?
Yeah. I mean, they all wear like ochre and brown, like kind of priestly robes, and they all like clank and jangle from the like rusty chains and just like
That's
random
so
shit
one of
that
those
they-
guys is who I'd be aiming for.
Okay.
And what kind of formation are they riding in? Because that might help
like
me.
So aside from the Iron Guard, right? Like they're not really a military order. So it's not like they're in a pretty loose formation, right? Like there's only 4 of them. The guy in the armor is kind of, as the most experienced, is leading.
I fucking hate Rust Brothers. I'm gonna go near. And I want to come up. I want to swing my fucking horse up from behind and try to actually swing around and come up behind them and launch the arrow from behind. I'm guessing those 3 are probably lagging a little bit behind this guy that's probably more capable on his horse.
Sure. Yeah.
So I want to I want to put those 3 in between me and that guy.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll now.
Cool. So, a shot goes wide. It zips past one of their heads, and you see him turn and look and spot you and shout, or start to shout. Do you want to push your roll?
Yeah, I want to push my roll.
Okay.
Okay. Nissel will, he'll tuck his legs up underneath him as he's riding on this horse. At this stage, him and the horse, he's ditched the saddle at some point. We don't know where it is.
Okay.
But he'll prop
bareback.
himself up. Yeah, he'll prop himself up on the horse and actually stand at one moment and quickly notch this other arrow and launch it to get a better shot. These crap, please God die.
You got 1 and 1.
Yeah, could have been worse, I guess.
So, the Rust Brother that you were that you were aiming for, like, you hit him with the arrow. Were you I'm sorry. Your bow gives you, I believe, 2 dice for gear bonus.
Let me double check here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have specified that it was like an attack roll with the bow, because
gotcha.
Because it gives you gear dice.
What do you want me to do here?
So if you type /roll 2DG, it'll roll 2 gear dice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is GS skill dice?
2DS, yes. And then there's
DA.
Oh.
I did not do that correctly. I forgot to hit the roll part.
Here, let me. 2D.
Oh, there's the roll. And yours are hidden.
Oh, sorry. Let me unhide that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so yeah, you still hit, right? Like you still hit one of them. He fucking, whether he's dead or not, you're not sure, but he like catches an arrow like in the shoulder and like just it takes him.
He stay on his horse?
What's that?
Did he stay on his horse?
No, he tumbles off of his horse. The horse keeps running. You see it like his boot is still like flopping around in the stirrup as it runs off uncontrolled, right? But you take a point of agility from the push as your horse like has to maneuver because I don't know if you know this, horses actually hate stepping on things. So when there's an unexpectedly squishy human kind of in the way, like it has to jostle, and you're bareback and standing on the top of it, and
yeah,
like you manage to stay on your horse, but your feet go out from under you, and you just like it's like you went off a bicycle jump and then missed the seat, right?
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Just on the back of a horse, right?
Yeah.
Also,
arguably worse.
Also, go ahead and make roll your arrows.
Oh, that's Ah! I went down by one. All right.
Okay. Yeah, you realize your quiver feels a little bit lighter. You should still be good though, right?
Yeah, I still got a D8 on there.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, Umlaut and Arland, the two of you, you know, as I said, everything's pretty open, and you actually have like a good vantage point down, so you can kind of see, not in any kind of detail, but it's pretty obvious which one of those dots down there, screaming and throwing or firing arrows, is Nissel, and it looks like he's gotten their attention, and they haven't caught him yet. So things are looking okay there. What are the two of you doing?
I'm gonna leave it up to you, Mount. But the closest fire is that way to warm you up and to get our friend. Or we're gonna head back to town, but I don't know how you'll fare on the way back.
We have to go to the nearest fire. I can't imagine you having to carry me.
I mean, I could try to drag you, but
That would be amazing.
you don't look quite as heavy as my kitchen.
You'd have
Then
to
you'd
make
have
some
to leave the
choices.
kitchen. Yeah.
Let's go. All right, so we're headed back to the camp because I need to get to fire like quick.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like the conflict here isn't so much about like it's not about getting spotted, right? Like all the people that you really have to worry about are out like getting shot with arrows by Nissel, right? But Umlaut's body is like cold, like it is not particularly cooperative. And like I think there's a question about how much time you actually have here, if that makes sense. Like what you're doing is pretty risky. Like the Rust brothers aren't stupid, and there may be a point when they're like, oh wait, this guy's fucking harrying us. Like, where's the real threat here, right?
So can we get back basically quick enough to warm up, get our friend in ditch?
Yeah, I think that's the question. I'm thinking
If we can get 2 of those 3, that would be good enough for me.
right. I'm thinking it's a move roll, because it's really about like how fast can you get, your rapidly freezing orc friend, like overland in order to get him near the fire, right?
Okay, so I'm basically trying to like take you by the hand and lead you there.
Yeah.
Get you running, keep you on your feet.
And I think whoever's I feel like this is a situation where it's this probably Umlaut should be making the roll, but you can help.
Okay, I'll absolutely help. Lots of encouraging words.
So I have a helper die.
That's what agility and move, I think, is. It's move based in agility.
Where do I put the helper? Just under modifier?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Did it do? Looking great.
Oh, that's 2 skulls right there. Yeah, you like your muscles just like everything's tightening up as your core like tries to instinctively warm itself, and it's just not working. Do you want to push your roll?
That's 2 automatic to your agility, sir.
What's your agility at right now?
3. I mean, I don't think I can push that.
I mean, you can.
What Does your
You'd be at 1.
does your
guaranteed.
unbreakable thing work here at all?
I mean, it would. I've got 3 willpower though.
Okay, shit.
You'll get 2 more if you do this.
It's true.
That's
It's a good trade. Let's
good
do
way
it.
to look at it.
It's gonna be amazing. Did it go? There we go.
Oh no.
Well then.
Yeah, I think fucking what does this look like is the question. Like, I think you're just moving super slowly. Actually, I think the penalty here, like, not penalty, but the consequence here, it doesn't, like, I'm trying to think of how to make this the most reasonable, right? Like, part of me is like, oh, go ahead and make that endurance roll to stave off the cold now. But I already said that it's like an hour, and it's not taking you an hour to cross that distance, right? I think what the situation is like Umlaut, you're even with Arlen's help, you just can't, like, force your body to move, and that's gonna put the ball entirely in Arlen's court. Like, if you want to finish crossing the distance, Arlen's got to figure out how
I can at least carry you, sir.
yeah, how are you gonna Sam Gamgee?
So I'm gonna
The orc.
Sam Gamgee Umlaut. I'm guessing it would also be an agility movement with a penalty to haul my friend quickly.
Actually, like, are you trying to drag him? Like,
Or would that become like an endurance thing?
I was gonna say that would be like might or endurance.
If he wasn't carrying the kitchen.
Hey, you know what's really useful when you've got a portable kitchen? The ability to make a fire.
Yeah, you should have said something earlier.
There's something different about our Sam Genji than the other Samwise Genji. I don't know.
Yeah. And fortunately, I think I just figured out what to do about Freddy. So.
Okay, I will. I mean, I was gonna do it. Let's see. What's my?
You mean we don't have a chance to make this work out where we suddenly get back there and he's still somehow just barely alive?
Oh man, and I just looked at my relationship with you, Umlaut, and Umlaut is doomed. It's only a matter of time. So.
Oh no.
That's amazing. What's your
part of me is like
pride?
drag him, and part of me is like ditch Umlaut here. But like, okay, I will. Yeah, like I don't think he's fully like fallen off his feet, right? Like, so maybe instead of like carrying or dragging, but it's still like getting behind him and like pushing and like trying to support him on his feet as best I can, you know.
Okay.
For being half his height, and yeah, I'll try to force him the rest of the way.
Yeah. I think we could go with might or endurance. Like, you're not really trying to lift him. Like,
If I have a choice, I'm going to take endurance because
I was
it's
gonna
1
say.
as opposed to might of 0.
like endurance is fine here.
Umlaut, are you going to help me in this case?
I mean, to the extent that I can,
Yeah, you can help.
I'll help by attempting to walk. Balls.
God,
The dice
damn,
do not
these
like
dice
us.
are
Things
fucking
are
shitty.
not.
I'm glad you guys are rolling all these instead of me during combat and dying.
Yeah.
No risk of death over here.
We'll get to that. Sorry. Yeah, like man, leverage is just working against you. Like, Umlaut's trying his best, but like that cold is fucking with him, and you're just
So cold.
You're just like comparatively small. Not even like, it's not even a matter of weakness, right? Like, it's just It's just physics. Of course, you can push it.
I kind of grunt and like kind of grab him and bring him down to my level. Like so my nose is like right in his face. And I'll say, damn it, Uma, I know you're gonna die a horrible death, but it's not gonna be today. And then like I turn around and like I just like drape him over my shoulders, but then I start dragging him so like his feet are out behind me, and I just like start dragging him that way, and that's gonna be a push.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh no!
I just crush you.
They're just laying down.
This
now.
is the scene where Sam and
can't
Frodo
move.
fall down the mountain.
Kinda.
They're just,
yeah.
they're
like,
just sinking slowly in the mud.
yeah. Well, because the two of you were on like you were on the hill and like making your way down. So I think the Sam and Frodo tumbling down the mountain, like not entirely inaccurate, right? Like the two of you just fucking yeah, like Umlaut's weight just like tips over, and the two of you like end up going rolling. Like you've technically made progress, but now you're
That's my strength damage falling down the hill.
yeah.
It just looks like Umlaut's riding like a bag down the hill. You can't even see Arlen anymore. He's just, why did he put his bag? Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Oh no, there's a little person underneath there.
So, the mystery character, Beans Morocco.
Yes.
Which is just a great name. Fantastic name.
The name's Beans. Beans Morocco.
So, the Rush Brothers, like, aren't particularly well known for, you know, mercy, or being reasonable, right? Like, once they're kind of established in a place, they tend to not be overtly like oppressive. But if they happen to like be in need of a human sacrifice, and there's 7 of them, and there's one of you, I don't believe you have a horse or anything. So just like one older dude kind of on the road, and some guys that may need to sacrifice somebody to appease their whatever it is they worship. It's not really a fair fight. But they haven't done they haven't had time to do anything about it yet. They've you've been kind of being dragged along with them for a few days until they set up camp in this like old ass fort.
Good night, Beans. Sleep well. Most likely kill you in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much. Only
Good night. Blood mist take you.
yeah. So so I guess I want to ask you a couple of questions, and I'm gonna move over here to the map, just for the sake of doing this. Y'all are here.
Yes.
And sorry, apparently my there we go. My map was not wanting to switch. Now it's working. We're good now. So you're here. When they caught you,
Yes.
were you coming from the east or the west?
So they caught me there?
They caught you somewhere along the road. I'm trying to figure out like what kind of information can I can I give you that like
Okay,
so that you're not just a blank slate?
Where's the road?
It's real hard to see. Like if you zoom way in, you can see there's a little bit of a road.
Okay, I see. I think I see it. Yeah. So they were going along the road. So it was actually quite a bit west. I was actually emerging from that arena forest. That's a little bit south of the road. If you go over like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes over that way, because I tend to stick to the forests.
Okay.
I feel more comfort among.
Gotcha.
The woods.
So the arena forest is way down here. You're up.
Yeah, I think I kind of was coming. Like I had left the forest. I think I was going to do some like trading or something with some people.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so there's a village called New Alderston, that's right along the marshes to the north, right? Like right around here.
Yes. I think I was on my way there.
You were on your way there, and that's when they caught you, and you've been like kind of with them for days. But you know that there is a village named New Alderston.
Yes.
There. And in fact, it one of the things that it has is a trading post, which is actually fairly rare.
Okay.
So yeah, and then. Like so you're sort of tied up and had been under watch, like in the kind of still standing parts of this old fort, right? And then there was a lot of yelling and some chaos and some screaming, and then you heard horses, and then like everybody was gone, and then one dude like came limping back into the building where you were being held, he's like trying to get an arrow like out of his ankle. So my question for you is, in the moments, in the moments of chaos, when you have a little bit of space and privacy, what do you do? Like, are you just gonna sit there and wait? Are you going to make an attempt to escape? Like, what's your plan?
So, obviously, the situation's changed. Their focus is not on me right now.
Right.
I haven't made it 52 years without figuring out how to untie myself from things.
It's an important skill to have.
It is, both professionally and personally.
Exactly.
So I do that. I have, they bind my wrists, which, they do they do a decent job for amateurs. But I'm able to get things loose and start to untie it. It takes about half an hour to do that, but I'm patient.
Okay. Cool.
And so I get my hands unbound, and
well, that's the question about whether or not you get your hands unbound. I just wanted to see it, like what.
Yes, I do my damnedest to get my hands unbound.
Gotcha.
Because I've been keeping an eye on where they're keeping my bow.
Yes. Yeah, and like your stuff, like this is one of the, like, because it's actually got a roof in here still, like they've kept the prisoner and like most of their supplies right? And I think the escape attempt is before like Arrow Ankle like comes back in, right?
Okay.
So it's that moment where you like everybody's gone, you can hear fighting and like all kinds of shit going on outside.
Like, all right, now's my chance.
Yeah. A little bit of flashback here.
Okay, so I guess the question is, would that be like a survival roll or a stealth roll or what?
I would say probably sleight of hand is the thing that would cover like trying to escape from ropes, right?
That sounds reasonable. Okay. How about I do that? And there's no modifiers whatsoever. I don't have any gear to do that with, so I will just roll.
Oh heck, yeah. You managed to get yourself like the knot loosened.
Yep. And it's just a matter of a couple minutes. Like now that my hands are free, I can just get my feet were bound. I can get that.
Oh yeah. You can just like you untie it. Like your stuff's right there. It's just kind of in a pile, like with the rest of
all right, I got my
supplies,
my bow, my arrows, my sleeping fur.
Yeah, so you're
like a canteen or something, and
yeah. So you're grabbing your stuff as like the like mostly rotted door like just slams open, and one of the Rust brothers comes like stumbling in. His foot can't like quite bear his weight, and he like
is it just him?
Yeah, it's just the one, and he's like bleeding all over the place and cursing, and like he looks like he's in so much pain that he hasn't like registered that you're up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna let him register.
Okay, what do you do?
I have a bow and some arrows, and so I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker.
You just turn around and like plague him?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well then I guess that's a bow attack. You're
that's
near range.
All right, so do I even click on the bow? All right.
There's some good things.
So that's it's going to do 1 point of damage to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can push this if you would like.
To just get more damage?
Yeah.
Remind me, what determines the damage?
It's the bow does like an amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then successes add to that.
Gotcha. Okay. Since I did one success, then it's one.
Yeah,
okay.
then it's one because that's what you need to hit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna push this. Ow.
Cursed. We're just fucking cursed.
Just
it's that carpet from that tower. We shouldn't fuck with that carpet, guys.
I don't even remember which Rust brother it is that actually took the arrow to the foot.
Oh my god. All right.
I don't think it really matters though.
It was one of the really, really weak ones.
The strength isn't super high anyway.
I think at this point I'm going to get out of here. Try to sneak out of this camp, whatever the hell this place is that they took me. Try to find those people that were causing all the noise. Maybe they can help.
Oh, sorry. He was mostly broken anyway, right? Because you have to be broken in order to take a crit.
Right. Oh, okay. So
yeah. So like you hitting him at all, like you're not sure if he's dead or not. You could end him if you wanted to go ahead and make that empathy roll to do so. But he's out of commission, right?
Did I even need to push it then? I don't know. Whatever.
Probably not, but at least now you have 3
I have
willpower.
I have 2 willpower, and because is it just the?
It's however total many skulls you wind it.
Even if they're gear skulls, you get willpower.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Just add another one if it wasn't automatically added.
Yeah, should be 3 willpower because you had 3 skulls, and
Fair enough. All right.
yeah,
Just the
you can see that
auto
your bowstring's a
thing.
little frayed. Like that's something that's gonna have to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to futz with that a bit, and I can do that later.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get out. Somewhere in the distance, you can still hear like conflict going on and yells and like horses. They're a bit away. And then kind of through the wide open front gates, you can see like looks like 2 people like struggling like down the road and like kind of at the bottom of a hill.
Like a really lazy big guy forcing a little guy to carry him, and he's just being a dick about it. He's just like, "Come on, guy, carry me."
I mean, I'll see if I can. And those guys seem like the troublemakers, so maybe I can assist them. I'm gonna have to make my way to there without tripping over that dead wolf guy.
Yeah. There's like
Look like an asshole anyway. I mean,
right?
What smells so bad?
It
Yes.
smells like burnt fur. Yeah, and there's like one rust brother that like you can see is like writhing on the ground, like almost out of energy. He looks real bad. It's an arrow through his guts. It's gross. But yeah, you're not suffering from cold or anything. So like you can just kind of make your way over to where these other 2 figures are.
Okay.
But before we get there, we're gonna go back to Nissel.
I was thinking, listen to everybody. I like just chilling and hanging out, listen to everybody else's stuff happen. So I live.
Yeah. No, I know. I know.
I really like my horse, Sean. I didn't think I was gonna like the horse, Sean. I built a relationship with the horse. I just want to hold on a second. I just want to tell you how much the horse means to me. Okay, now continue.
What's your horse's name?
He doesn't have a name yet.
Well,
We have to. He had. There'll come time. Hopefully, it's before he dies.
Is this a desert by chance?
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not a marsh.
Mm.
Oh no.
Depends how sad you're feeling.
Yep. So far, you have managed to like take a dude off of his horse, and you're kind of kiting these guys around. I'm assuming like that it hasn't just been like that's the only arrow you've fired, right? Like
Yeah, no. If the chance came, anytime the opportunity came, he would launch an arrow. If he thought it would hit, he would do it.
yeah, I'm thinking about this like if we're watching the movie or TV show of this, right? Like we see you like occasionally taking a pot shot behind as like we cut back and forth between them. One thing that has happened is that like you no longer have the benefit of surprise. They know you, they see you. Also, they recognize not specifically the horse, but that it is like a Rust Brother horse, right?
Yeah.
Like it's got brands on it. It may have been, at least partially fed on, oats and blood. Who knows, like what kind of weird rituals these guys have, because they're weirdos. But now they're chasing you.
Yeah.
So I think the question is, like, do you want to try and stay ahead of them? Do you want to, like, push your luck and try and see if you can...
Which one's the closest to me on horseback? Because depending on who it is, I might want to change my idea.
There's 3 of them, right?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I just figure I'm assuming
so it's
one might be closer to me than all 3 of them being close to me at the same time, right?
Yeah. Well, they're like it's not an orderly like pursuit, right? Like
yeah.
Everybody's kind of spreading out. Like horses are slowing down to make it over obstacles. So everybody's kind of changing positions right now. Like you're ahead of all of them at the moment, but whether that stays the case is questionable. So I guess the question is, like, do you want to try and attack them? Do you want to just try and stay ahead of them? Like, what's your plan?
Okay. Well, here's the problem. I think I should probably run away, but I'm not gonna run away.
Okay.
Nissel can't. No, he's not gonna run away just yet. He's gonna, depending on his options, he's either gonna take a shot at one of them, or if one of them's like a near to close distance, like if they're near him and he can close that distance, then he'll take a charge attack and he'll switch to his spear and try to knock them off their horse.
Oh, you're gonna go to melee attack?
I can do that. Yeah, I can. Well, either or.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you're close enough that you can do that.
Is one of the guys that are close to me one of the unarmored?
It's one of the actual like Rust brothers. It's not the Iron Guard.
Yeah, I'll definitely do a charge attack, which just costs me my move.
Yeah.
And then I get to either push or attack for free. And I will, if I attack with my spear and I do enough damage, I could dehorse this guy pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to shove. If I shove him off, I mean,
yeah. So just so that I'm clear as to what's going on, the risk here is that.
Yeah, I understand the risk.
is that like you have to close to melee and then you're going to be in a fight, right? Like it's going to stop being a running and harrying conflict that we can kind of, handle.
Right. Well, let me ask you this then, knowing that if I engage in archery still, can I keep my distance and still attack? Or are we saying that attacking is going to enter into combat?
That like it's going to be that no matter what.
Right.
Mostly because like short distance isn't that far, and you're on horses. So like.
My other question is more mechanical, which is while in close combat on horses, when dehorsing somebody, is that person going to then leave the combat zone?
Pretty much. Well, they would be, because you're all moving. No, it's okay, Matt. You can cry. I understand.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, if you dehorse somebody, like chances are you'll leave him in the dust.
Okay. And there's 3 of them.
And there are 3 of them, and like you can see the Iron Guard, like he's got one hand on the reins and pulling out his fucking sword.
I'm gonna fuck, god damn it. I'm gonna shoot him with an arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot the non-armored, one of the non-armored Rust brothers with an arrow.
All right.
And if I have to, I can just write. Oh, God,
we're all worried about Nissel. It's fine. He's gonna be okay. What's the worst that can happen? How many characters have I killed? Oh.
Please be good. That's great.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, you hit him. It's going to like catch another one. He's gonna go off his course. And you still have arrows in your quiver. And because really, like, in my mind, this is about like keeping them like on you while you still stay alive, right?
Yeah. He's not directly like, let's go fight to the death yet.
That's why we're not going into like combat.
Yeah, he wants to poke and then run still.
Yeah. So you're still effectively buying your friend's time. The question is, like, eventually you're going to run out of arrows.
Who left? Yeah, I'm gonna run out of arrows.
Yeah.
And the one guy has armor on. That's a real shit show.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough if they catch you.
If I can kill all of them except for the armor guy, I'll feel real good about dying though. Just saying.
That is fair. So to flash over to the other group now, as like, actually before I do that, like as you're firing him and shooting at him, are you just like leading them in circles, or are you like?
No, I would actually want to take them as far from their camp as possible.
Okay, so you're like,
I don't want to.
I'm
actively not going towards the town though either. I'm not that kind of asshole. So, I mean, like, if I can, what I'll do is, if possible, once I see that, you know, I've created those distance between each guy that I'm dropping, like there's a little bit of distance now between each guy. Eventually, I'll loop back and start going after the guys that have fallen off the horses. But right now, I'm still going further away until I can dehorse every one of them.
Gotcha.
And then I'll come back in and try to do the other stuff.
Okay.
If
Cool.
I live that long.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce back to the other group for a second here, and then we're gonna take a break because it's 9:00 and my child has to go to school tomorrow. So Umlaut and Arland, the two of you are like at the bottom of the hill. You're okay, right? Like, you've just taken a tumble. Arland, do you have your, like, are you wearing your kitchen while this is all going on, or did you leave it somewhere?
Oh, that's right. No, I picked it up again. Yeah, I'm still wearing it. So clang, 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 clang,
Yeah.
clang, clang, clang.
Yeah, there's like pans and shit like up the hill, but you know, because like not everything is packed away. Some of it just like hangs from straps and shit, and like as you tumbled, it all went like flying. It's still like mostly intact, but like shit's all banged up.
Do we see random dude approaching us?
Yeah. I was gonna say the other thing you see is somebody approaching from the direction of the.
Arland will immediately
fortress.
stand and position himself between Umlaut and the stranger with his knife out.
Cool. Yeah. So Beans, that is what you see. I don't need to describe Matt doing the thing that he just described doing.
Hail, little one.
What'd you call me?
Little one. You're shorter than me.
Are you one of them? And I kind of point back towards the camp that he just came out of.
No, you the one that's making that old racket?
He's got a giant back.
You making all that noise?
Pants and shit.
There's pots and pans all leading up the hill behind him.
Answer the question. Are you a Rust brother?
Fuck no. I
Then
just shot one.
Then I need your help. And I point back to Umlaut. We need to get him by the fire. They've magically done something and he needs to warm up.
Yeah, and he looks rough. Like.
Where's the fire?
Back at the camp you just came out of.
Yeah.
All right, I take off my fur and I put it on Umlaut. I have a sleeping fur.
It's true. That Like, it doesn't solve the problem, but it feels better. Like, you can use that for a bonus die to, like, if the three of you want to, like, try and move as a unit.
So I find Umlaut and kind of heft him up a bit, and I start, I've got no manners, so I just assume this guy's cold, and so I just start like rubbing your leg muscles, like very, like would be alarming at any other time, and probably is now, but I'm like, we gotta get some heat back in that.
Umlaut's too cold to give a shit.
Yeah. All right.
Rub his legs all you want, as long as you rub him in that direction, and I point back to the fire.
Yeah, and you can see the like smoke from the cook fires like curling up into the sky.
These old bones ain't what they used to, but I can help you walk at least. Get away from these arseholes.
So y'all what were we doing? Endurance before? That seems to be appropriate for getting.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I'll help, obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Beans is probably in the best shape, despite having just escaped captivity.
I was warm.
You were warm at least. That's right.
Yeah. So I get 2 helping dice here?
Yep.
All right.
This can't fail us forever.
They can try real hard though.
Push this.
They really can. That orc is fucking heavy. Like, it's not that he's fat. He's just like dense.
If I kill all these guys and I ride back and you guys are just now outside the gate.
All right, I'm gonna push this. You guys. Okay, you guys really have to mean it when you say you're gonna help, right? Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Come on, let's do this.
I mean, I'm sorry that you like.
Jesus.
I pulled a muscle.
I was gonna say like you get an old man injury.
Yeah.
Is like something happens in your back.
Like, oh, I ain't felt like this since I slept wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And it's one of those things. I don't know if you've ever had this experience where you've like you do something and you go, oh, that's my back.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneeze.
Yep. And it's one of those things where like you stop for a second and you're like, if I move from this position, it's going to hurt. And if I stay in this position, it's going to hurt. And I have to do something.
Fall over.
Yeah. It's very uncomfortable and unpleasant.
All right, that took 2 out of the 3 I had for strength.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But you do manage to get him up and moving, and the 3 of you get over to the fire.
As soon as Umlaut is sitting by the fire, I'll kind of look at this new old man and I'll say, "Stay here for a second. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna start like running to the hill, and I'm like grabbing my pots and my pans, and I'm like."
Just collecting all of your cookware.
Yeah.
Are you guys just running past the guy that's screaming on the ground still and just like, oh my god,
he stopped screaming a while ago. Now it's just groaning and like maybe some whimpers. Like if you just leave him, he's gonna go.
Yeah.
It just takes a while.
I just like everybody keeps walking past.
Yeah. He like feebly like half reaches out as you pass.
So I look at Umlaut. We're both laying on the ground next to the fire. This feels nice.
It is.
It does.
It is
So,
much better now.
What kind of fool are you to attack a whole Rust Brothers encampment? Not saying
sure.
I don't appreciate it, help me escape, but
I can say it was not my idea.
but you're paying for it, ain't you?
That
goes.
seems to be what I do.
Awesome. So we're gonna take a 10 or so minute break. I say 10 minutes, but really we're at the mercy of an 11-year-old that doesn't want to go to bed. So
It's or so.
I'm going to set a 10-minute timer. It may be slightly longer than that, and if so, I'm sorry that y'all are gonna have to watch the "we're back" graphic. Just stay there while I get my child to go to bed. But we will be back to see how all of this shakes out. Stay with us. Thanks for watching.